What's up, y'all? I want to speak about childhood trauma. I was having a conversation the other day with one of my close peoples, and the conversation was specifically about trauma when you were a child, a lot of the things that was held in, and it causes people to think and believe that the way they act today is justifiable because of what happened when they was a child. With that being said, I think we all know about childhood trauma, all types of ways. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, all types of things. You saw people, get murdered in front of you, etc. All types of things. It's a long list when you speak about trauma, especially childhood trauma. With that being said, I was asked what my thoughts was about it. I too, experienced a lot of childhood trauma. However, at this point in my life, I begin to come to the realization that the only thing trauma in general, period, is going to do is keep being a burden on your future self. You can't grow to your maximum potential because of past trauma, childhood trauma. So when you hear people talk about healing, of course it's easy said than done. And they say you gotta wanna heal. If you wanna be better, if you willing to be better, and you wanna grow, a big part of that is healing. A big part of the holdback, the pushback that causes a lot of people to not be able to go through their healing stage confidently and courageously is trauma, especially childhood trauma. So to heal that inner child, you gotta face it. And it's not necessarily like, you gotta go to the people who hurt you and try to get an explanation of why, because that's the key thing that's gonna keep you wondering, stuck in your mind, focusing on the negative and not able to grow, not able to push forward. The best thing, in my opinion, that you could do for yourself to heal and to grow and to push forward to that next level that you want to get to is by first acknowledging that it was not your fault, especially your childhood trauma that you had no control of. Next step is forgiving yourself, first and foremost. You have to forgive yourself. Then it would be forgiving them, not directly for them, but for you. But you can't get to that step of forgiving them unless you get to the step of forgiving yourself. It's the major thing. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. Until you forgive yourself, you're going to always feel like that them thoughts of what coulda, shoulda, or woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, when you had no control. And then it plays back in your head of what could I have done? It was nothing you could do. Everything happens for a reason. You go through different things in life for the experience. And if you keep asking yourself why, you're never going to get over that hump. You're never going to get to the next level. It's not about the why. As you come to a point where you can stomach talking to yourself and connecting with yourself, going within, you begin to realize and be open to knowing that it's not the why, it's the lesson. You got to see the lesson in it. Why did I go through what I went through when I was young? Why did that trauma happen to me? What was it that put me in a situation to have to experience that? And you let it drift. That's why I always say meditation is a powerful, powerful tool to utilize in getting to know you. Let your mind wander. Let them thoughts come in. Face it. Don't run from it. A lot of people can't like sit still and be alone with themselves. They can't face themselves. As soon as they somewhere alone, them thoughts start coming in, or that childhood trauma start pinging in their mind, they wanna hide from it. That's why you got a lot of people out here who got different addictions, all types of addictions. It could be something related because of the childhood trauma that have a lot of people out here being sexually addicted to certain acts, certain people, certain behavioral patterns. It's a long list. Alcoholism, drug addictions. It's because no matter how we want to put it, we could say all day in the victimized state, oh no, you don't understand. You don't know what I went through. Oh, the pain is unbearable. And that's 100,000% true. Truth. It's all truth. However, how long you gonna let it defeat you? Because that's what it comes down to. Trauma is a level that only the person who went through it can explain, or with that experience tell you that nah, this ain't it. Nah, I don't know why that happened, and indulge themselves in a whole lot of different things to not deal with it because they've been